Good morning Year 7 and welcome to today's maths lesson. Here's today's starter. Can you find 112 times 7 for me? Can you then find 67% of 200? If x is equal to 40, what is 5x divided by 8? And finally, can you decrease 120 by 20%? Please pause the video and have a go at these questions in your light blue books now. Right, let's run through the answers. For the first one, I'm going to do a column multiplication. You could do a grid, up to you. 2 times 7 gives me 14. 1 times 7 gives me 7, plus 1 gives me 8. 1 times 7 gives me 7. So I've got 784. For the second one, there are lots of ways you could work this out. You could say that 100% of 200 is 200. Therefore, if I divide that by 2, I know that 50% is going to be 100. I could work out 10% by dividing it by 10. So 10% would be 20. I could then work out 1% and say that was 2, as I've divided the 10% by 10. And then I can put all these together to work out 67%. So if I did 50% plus 10% plus 7 lots of the 1%, so 7 times 1%, that would give me 67%, which in this case is 100 plus 20 plus 14, which gives me 134. For the next question, I had to do some substitution. If x is 40, what is 5x going to be, George? Great, 5 times 40. 5 times 40 divided by 8. Ludo, what's 5 times 40? 200, thank you. 200 divided by 8 is going to give me what? Robert, what's 200 divided by 8 for me? 25, brilliant. And that's your answer. For decreasing 120 by 10%, we're going to start by working out what 20% of 120 might be. I can work out what 10% would be by dividing it by 10, so that would be 12. 20% would therefore be 24. And then Daisy May, what do I need to do as my final step? Great, 120, subtract 24, so we're looking at 96. Let's head into today's lesson. Here's our lesson destination of today. Questions like this. Paris is 120 kilometres away. How many miles is this? Litres, conversion into gallons. And again, combining it all together, how many litres, how many gallons, for how many miles. So we're looking at unit conversions. To start us off, in your dark blue books, can you copy out this table, which says metric and imperial? On the side, I've written weight, capacity, and length. And if you're not sure, fill it in pencil to start me off. But can you put all of these units into the correct spaces? For example, a gram is a metric measure of weight, whereas a pint is an imperial measure of capacity. So pause the video for 10 minutes, complete it in pencil if you're not sure. Can you pop all of these units into the correct spaces in the grid? Pause the video and complete that in your dark blue books now, please. And these are the correct answers. Under length, anything that ended in metre was a metric unit of length. Anything that ended in grams was a metric unit of weight. Also, ton with a double N-E is a metric unit of weight. And anything that ended in litre was a metric unit of capacity. For the imperial units, for length we have inches, feet, yards and miles. For weights we've got ounces, pounds, stones and tonnes. And for capacity, pints, quarts and gallons. Well done if you got quart, that's an unusual one. Don't often come across that one. Okay, Year 7. Today we're going to be looking at converting between imperial and metric units. For example, if I've got a litre and a pint, if I've got a litre of milk and a pint of milk, 1 litre of milk is approximately equal to 2 pints of milk. Approximately equal to. It's not exact, that's what this wiggly line means. It means it's approximately equal to it. So in your dark blue books, can you write the title Litres and Pints for me? And underneath, can you write 1 litre is approximately equal to 2 pints? Use this approximately wiggly line for me. And when you've got that down, can I see pens down and eyes on me? I'm going to do a couple of examples and then you're going to do some examples. So title, what's written in the green box, and then pens down for me. The first question I've been asked is how many pints are there in 4 litres? Well, I know that 1 litre is 4 pints, so it's 2 pints, sorry. So I just need to multiply 2 pints by 4 to give me 8 pints. For the second question, I've been asked how many pints are there in 0.4 litres? Again, I know that 1 litre is 2 pints, so I just need to do 0.4 times by 2, which gives me 0.8 pints. So each time I've just multiplied my litres by 2 to get the number of pints. To go the other way, if I've been told to work out how many litres there are in 8 pints, I need to divide by 2 because 2 pints is 1 litre, so 8 pints will be 8 divided by 2, which is 4 litres. For the second one, I've got 7.5 pints. I'm going to divide by 2, which is going to give me what, Poppy? What's 7.5 divided by 2? Exactly, 3.75 litres. So to go from litres to pints, I've multiplied by 2. To go from pints to litres, I've divided by 2. Over to you, Year 7. In your dark blue books, pause the video for a couple of minutes and have a go at these questions for me now. Right, let's go through the answers. I've been asked how many pints are there in 44 litres. I've multiplied by 2 to get 88 pints. In the same way, if I've got 0.013 litres, I've multiplied by 2 to get 0.026 pints. And to go the other way, 89 pints divided by 2 gives me 44.5 litres. And 0.06 pints divided by 2 gives me 0.03 litres. Okay, we're going to look at ounces and grams next. So in your dark blue books, a subtitle or a new title, ounces and grams. And underneath in a box, can you write 1 ounce is approximately equal to 30 grams. So underneath, can I have 1 ounce is approximately equal to 30 grams. And then pens down, eyes on me. I'll do some examples and then you're going to do some examples. So to go from ounces to grams, this time, if 1 ounce is 30 grams, I know I need to multiply by 30. And to go the other way, I know I need to divide by 30. In the same way as before, we multiplied by 2 and divided by 2. This time we're multiplying by 30 and dividing by 30. So 12 ounces is going to be 12 times 30 grams. And 12 times 30 gives me what, Rosie? Great, 360 grams. For 0.12 ounces, I do 0.12 times by 30, which gives me 3.6 grams. To go the other way, we know we need to divide by 30, so 180 divided by 30 gives me 5 ounces. And for the second one, 0.18 divided by 30. Use your answer from the previous one. If you know 180 divided by 30 is 5 ounces, we know that 0.18 divided by 30, we've just moved those numbers along the place value column. So 0.18 divided by 30 is going to give me what, Drew? Exactly, 0.006 ounces. Over to you, Year 7, in your dark blue books. Please pause the video for a couple of minutes and have a go at these examples for me. Okay, let's go through the answers. For the first one, we need to multiply by 30. 3 times 30 gives me 90 grams. For the second one, we've just moved our numbers 2 places along our place value table. So I've now got 0.03 times 30, which gives me, move the numbers along 2 spaces on the place value table, 0.9 grams. For the second one, we need to divide by 30. So I've done 1,800 divided by 30, which gives me 60. 60 ounces for the first one. And for the second one, I've got 300 divided by 30, which gives me 10 ounces. Please check your answers for me and make sure you've got these examples in your dark blue books. Okay, we're going to look at 2 more examples. I've been told 1 gallon is 4.5 litres and 4.5 litres is 1 gallon. So to go from gallons to litres, I multiply by 4.5. And to go from litres to gallons, I need to divide by 4.5. I know that 1 kilogram is 2.2 pounds, so I need to multiply by 2.2. And to go the other way, I need to divide by 2.2. I'll do a couple of examples and then there's some for you to do in your light blue books for me this time. To convert 5 gallons to litres, I just need to multiply by 4.5. 5 times 4.5 gives me 22.5 litres. For the second one, to go from pounds to kilograms, I need to divide by 2.2. So 4.4 divided by 2.2 gives me 2 kilograms. Over to you, Year 7. Light blue books, please pause the video for 10 minutes and have a go at these questions for me. I've given you the relative conversions that you're going to need. 1 gallon is 4.5 litres, 1 kilogram is 2.2 pounds, and 1 litre is 1.75 pints. Pause the video for 10 minutes and have a go at those questions in your light blue books now, please. And these are the answers, Year 7. Please check your work and see how you did. Okay, so far we've been looking at conversions where we've got one lot of something equals a larger amount of something else. For example, when we were looking at gallons, we said 1 gallon was 4.5 litres, 1 kilogram was 2.2 pounds, 1 litre was 1.75 pints. However, now we're going to look at conversions where we haven't got a 1 on one side of our conversion. For example, 5 miles is equal to 8 kilometres. So in your dark blue books, can you write the title Miles and Kilometres? You can have that as a subtitle if you'd like. And in a box underneath, can you write 5 miles is equal to 8 kilometres? And then we're going to work out how far away from school certain places are in kilometres when I've been given it in miles. So when you've got the title and that box written down in your dark blue books, pens down, eyes on me, I've got some examples and then I've got some for you to work out. So Soham is 10 miles away from Bottisham and I want to work out what that is in kilometres. The first thing I'm going to do is divide it by 5. Which gives me 2. And then I'm going to do 2 multiplied by 8, which gives me 16 kilometres. So the first thing I've done is divide it by 5, because I know 5 miles is 8 kilometres. So I'm working out what 1 mile would be by doing 10 divided by 5, which gives me 2. And then multiplying it by 8, the number of kilometres, to work it out in kilometres. In the same way for the second one, I'm going to do 50. I'm going to start by dividing it by 5, which gives me 10. Dividing it by the number of miles, and then multiplying it by the number of kilometres in my conversion. 10 times 8 gives me 80 kilometres. In the same way for the local shop, I'm going to do 0.05. I'm going to start by dividing it by the number of miles in my conversion, which gives me 0.01. And then multiply it by the number of kilometres. 0.01 multiplied by 8 tells me the local shop is 0.08 kilometres away. Over to you, Year 7, in your dark blue books. Can you pause the video for a couple of minutes and work out how far away these places are from Bottisham Village College? Off you go. Okay, Burwell is 8 kilometres away. 5 divided by 5 gives me 1, times 8 gives me 8. Norwich is 88 kilometres away. And the local pub, you should have got 1.36 kilometres away. Please make sure you've got these examples in your dark blue books for me. Okay, let's go through some more examples, this time where I've been given it in kilometres and I want to convert it to miles. So pens down, eyes on me. I'll do 2 examples and then there's some for you to do. So I've been told London is 88 kilometres away and I want to work that out in miles. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to divide it by the number of kilometres in my conversion. 88 divided by 8 gives me 11. Then I'm going to multiply it by the number of miles. 11 times 5 tells me it's 55 miles away. Does that sound plausible? Yes, it does. I've got another example. The post box is 0.64 kilometres away. My first step is to divide it by 8, which gives me 0.08. Then multiply by the number of miles. 0.08 times by 5 gives me 0.4 miles. Over to you, Year 7. In your dark blue books, please pause the video for a couple of minutes and work out how far away Manchester is and how far away the local pharmacy is in miles for me. Pause the video and complete that now. And these are the answers I was looking for: 180 miles and 0.02 miles. Okay, year 8, year 7, sorry, can you switch to your light blue books for me? Pause the video for 10 minutes and have a go at converting these miles to kilometres and kilometres to miles for me. Pause the video, year 7, and complete that in your light blue books now. And these are the answers I was looking for. Please check your work and see how you did. And finally, this was our lesson destination for today. Please pause the video for 5 to 10 minutes and have a go at these exam questions for me in your light blue books. For the second one, I haven't told you what the question is. I've just asked you, what can you work out? So look at the information you've been given and work out as much as you can. Please pause the video for 5 to 10 minutes and have a go at that now, please. Okay, now I'm going to reveal the question for the second one. See if you can use what you worked out to answer the question. And finally, year 7, here are the answers. Please check your work and see how you did. And that's the end of today's lesson. Please head on over to Google Classroom, submit today's exit ticket for me, and thank you very much for listening. Have a wonderful day, year 7, and goodbye.